Yo, ha! We didn't mess up a recording or anything. This is pretty this is pretty much the first time I'm gonna say these things. So hey, THD podcast, welcome everybody.
Episode 45.
Episode 45. Thank you, Josh, for the reminder.
45.
We are here. You may not see Julian here. I might make the same joke again, maybe. If Julian was a rapper, there's definitely the persona he would be, you know. He looks enough like Julian.
And just so the people get it, this is the second time this is happening.
Yeah.
So the reason why he's saying that is because something
We had like a little thing.
Josh fucks up like how he always does. So,
all right,
so,
okay. I'm gonna leave. I'm really this hot in here. Attention.
Oh man.
So today we're joined by Palo Marz.
Palo Marz.
What's up? What's cracking?
Josh just rolled his eyes at me, so I guess.
I mean, that's pretty much how it usually is.
Okay,
like, our friendship.
Yeah, well, we're here with Palo Marz. Paulo, can you? Okay, one favor, quick,
right.
just before we get to starting. Can you just referee the boxing match? Because
you got the yellow and red cards.
Because Josh got me fucked up.
You got a whistle.
You just got to whistle, bro, or just sing or something.
I can't whistle.
Yeah, me neither.
It's embarrassing.
Well, like ding, ding, ding,
Ding ding. Ding.
All right, we're here with Palo Marz.
Yeah.
My good friend Palo Marz, friend of the show. I interviewed Palo Marz. Was it 4 6 months ago?
A minute ago.
It was a long time ago, long before I ever had this set up for the podcast.
Long before did I have this hair?
No, you didn't.
No, I had black hair. It was buzzed, no?
No, it was green hair, actually.
Oh, I
It
did.
was green, though.
It was very green. Then
was
I
very
did have
green.
my hair, but now it's faded.
Yeah, well, still, though, the growth is there nonetheless.
You know.
Yeah, so that was on In the Cut. And this is not In the Cut. This is THD. But, you know, one day In the Cut will come back. And it'll come back stronger than ever. Until then, this is THD.
Excited.
But,
all right.
So, yeah. How the fuck are you guys doing today?
I'm good, man.
I'm alive, breathing.
Yeah.
Here, happy.
Definitely.
All right, so we pretty much did we had around like 30 minutes of just us talking already, and I fucked it up. So I'm gonna ask maybe some new questions.
That's
To
cool.
follow,
Same
but,
questions,
you know.
That's cool. Anything. Ask
So
anything.
general question, how'd you get into music? What was your inspiration? You know.
For sure. Yeah. I just got into music because I grew up playing soccer, and I quit playing soccer, and there was like a 1.5 year gap where I didn't know what to do, and I was already heavily obsessed with music because my stepdad just said, "Yo, why don't you make music?" So went to YouTube, went to my dad, bought me a fucking computer, microphone, you know, YouTube to MP3, YouTube that beat, and recorded it, posted on SoundCloud, and bam, I'm here.
That first song.
It's called Feeling Like Billy.
Feeling like Billy.
Like
Damn.
Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday.
So that was very sad boy,
Oh.
depressed boy back then. I still am, but you know.
We all are, man.
We
This
all-
generation.
Low key.
This is this is actually a depressed. You know how there's some like podcasts that promote like mental health awareness.
Yeah.
We promote it through manifestation of it. You know, look at these guys, man. They're clearly just so depressed and they're all fucking schizo and shit. But they're just powering through making this podcast. And it's almost like we're really holding it down for the mentally ill community.
For sure.
Hey, so so before we started, you were telling me about this Roger Stone shit, and I'm like, I know who Roger
Get me
Stone
Roger
is.
Stone.
Yeah, what is that?
Roger Stone, I guess, was a political advocate for the Trump movement, and I mean, I don't, if I'm wrong, please correct me, because I know, you know, I'm not into politics like that. I just saw this documentary with my friend Josh, and one thing that stood out, so yeah, he's a political advocate for Trump or whatever, and then one thing stood out that he said, and that my friend Josh caught into, he said, "It's better to be infamous than not famous at all."
Damn.
And that really stuck with me. It was really like, wow, wow, what the fuck? That's I don't know if that's evil or if that's genius.
Dude,
you
there's a
know?
lot of those people, right? Like
Yeah, definitely.
It's insane. Like, or an evil genius. It could be both. Like, this fool smiling and shit. Take a picture of me, dude. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I've seen that documentary.
Dude, it's really interesting. And I'm one that doesn't give a fuck about politics.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely don't give a fuck about politics.
Yeah.
But then I saw that, and it literally, I was like, all right, I want to know, like, what's
Scared you a
going
little?
on. Yeah, not scared me. It just was like, it made me aware.
Yeah.
It made me aware.
I think that's the important thing.
Yeah, and yeah, you
it's
know.
I feel like
I wasn't ignorant to that topic.
it really exposes people to like the game of power that's played, you know, and how exactly it's gained, you know, and like how people really devote their entire life and their entire mode of like action to acquiring power and influence.
Yeah, that's one of like, because that's the one main things I preach too. So it reached deeper than politics, because one thing I'm about is a famous Jimi Hendrix quote. It's when the love of power overcomes the power of love, then the world will know peace. And like you said, like it's this idea of power, like everyone wants it. It's just a big thing. And yeah, it's scary, dude. Power is scary, dude.
Power ultimately corrupts anybody, really.
No, it does. It does.
There's not a single person that power hasn't been able to corrupt.
And I'm trying to not necessarily gain a power, but get onto a platform where I have this power of what I say, and that's where I want to change shit. I'm not gonna be scared.
Yeah, that's how we started. Like, well, for me, I was the reason I kind of wanted to do this was because just like seeing Trump and all the shit that was happening, I was like, I just wanted to talk about it,
For sure,
and then like and then we had this thing. Well, Andy already had this going on, so like he invited me, and I kind of like ended up like just talking all the time about fucking what's going on and shit. So definitely. I could definitely see that shit.
It's good to be aware about
like,
what's going on.
It's funny how these things that sort of happen, or these things that we're exposed to, like for you, it's like the documentary, and like for like a lot of people, it's probably like Trump being elected. I know for us, that was a big part of it, of like piquing a certain curiosity that also kind of just, well, for me, like that's pretty much the fire under the flame for me, more than just like piquing a curiosity. But it's like it's like things that we always hear of, and things that we vaguely seem to have like this sort of understanding of like that there are people who like just are trying to be powerful, trying to control things, but it's like it's never really personified. It's always as a they, you know, so a they. But now I feel like just the sheer sloppiness of the criminality within like the Trump administration really brings that to the forefront. And it's almost like, damn, yeah, America really is as scary of a place as people say it is, you know?
Like, that documentary just set out everything that, just the way people think.
Yeah.
It's just scary. Yeah. Not just the power, just the way people perceive life. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's really fucked. It's just fucked up the way people see other human beings. It's just like, I want to bring the love back.
So that's what we need.
That's what we doing.
I think if everyone just respect, you know, like what everyone says, like if you just respect your just people in general.
For sure.
If people would respect each other a little more, you wouldn't have this much animosity toward being left, right, being black or white, you know, all that shit.
Definitely.
Are you white at all?
White? No.
How do you guys feel about being racist towards white people?
I mean, I had a lot of white friends. I mean, no, I didn't. I honestly didn't have a lot of white friends growing up, but I don't know. I don't feel like, I feel like that's bullshit. You shouldn't be racist towards anything. Towards a certain color, that's bullshit.
I mean, I'm not saying I agree with you. I agree with you. I think I was actually watching Joe Rogan when they were talking about that. But like for me, it's always just hard hearing a white person talk about only racist to white people. You know, there's always a little bit of a, I don't know if I want to call it arrogance or ignorant or whatever it is, but it's like almost like a who are you to say almost. Yeah. But then at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, we really shouldn't be racist towards anybody, you know?
We shouldn't, bro. And like, yeah.
Bro, if you're on Twitter, like like a quarter of it's like fuck straight people, then like the other quarter of it's like fuck white people.
And then the other quarter fuck men.
And then it's just like fuck men. And then like the other one's just memes.
Yeah, dude. Like literally 21 Savage memes.
Yeah, it's 21 Savage.
Oh my God.
That's fucking.
Oh.
And he confirmed it. Oh my God. And he confirmed it today, guys.
He's from the UK.
He confirmed it.
What do you think about that?
Do
you think he's
dude,
okay?
I don't
like,
even know what the fuck.
If you're 7 and you still grow up, that's enough time for you to like.
He came here when pretty young, like in elementary.
How old was he?
7.
7? What? 7?
Yeah,
7.
Young enough to do elementary school here.
I mean, even then, dude.
It's
that's
just the UK.
Not that young. Like,
I mean,
that's young, but like 7, you know what you like, and you like.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
I would say this,
dude. Man,
I would say this.
Me,
I would.
like,
let me paint a picture. Imagine being 7 years old. 7 years old, being an African, being black. 7 years old, coming to America, and not just any place in America, Atlanta.
I know.
That is exactly what I expect someone to become.
The bad
the
part
influence.
of Atlanta Cause that fool was respected in the streets.
No, for
before he
real.
made
No,
music.
and here there's respect. But what I'm saying is like, that's exactly the kind of because when you're not originally from somewhere, when you're like exposed to it, no matter how young you are, it's almost like you pay more attention to it because it's new.
Culture shock.
It's a culture shock.
Culture
Your senses are heightened. You know.
Fuck?
So like I can see how he
And
absorbed.
how old are you when you start remembering shit? Like 3? Is it 3?
I am no
Like,
scientist.
It's like 2 or 3, I think, guys. Might be wrong.
I could definitely see how like he could absorb that much, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
why he
crazy,
comes off
bro.
as Atlanta. Like you,
I know someone
like
who
you think
who-
Atlanta, you think 21 Savage.
I know someone who's also a musician, but that came here from the UK, and he doesn't even have an accent at all. But he came here when he was like 13 or something.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Fucking. But another thing,
Oh.
I don't want to say his name.
he doesn't matter.
His name's Daniel, but
Shit. Whoa.
His dad is actually more shit gets started coming out of this shit. His dad is actually one of these herbal remedy doctors that goes around. Dr.
21
Amsu.
Savage?
Yeah. He goes around like the radio stations. He's been on like the Breakfast Club a handful of times and
wait,
shit.
his dad has been doing that?
Yeah.
Huh?
And then nobody knew though until now. It came out now.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
I didn't know about that. I just saw the headline. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just found that today because on the Breakfast Club they accidentally said it.
That's crazy,
Shit.
bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the music industry is a weird fucking place, man.
It really is.
Is it fake of him that like he's from the UK, or is it? Do you guys feel like it takes anything away from
It
him?
literally takes nothing away because the only reason that he probably never admitted to, not even admitted because nobody ever pressed
No
him
one
about
really
it.
asked or
Nobody
anything,
really
bro.
asked, and at the same time, it's like, bro, you're clearly with it. Like, no one's gonna test your gangster, bro. Like, you're good.
Don't matter, like,
you're
bro,
good money over here,
People
you know.
are destined to be who they are for a fucking reason. He was destined to be
and
that,
what he
so, like,
means to Atlanta is so much,
bro.
you know.
Like, his first album was produced all by Metro fucking Boomin. Like his first,
Damn.
like that. Who can say that?
Yeah.
Like
That's
just
crazy.
right there alone. Like
yeah, he's it's
shout out fucking 21 Savage, man.
But you know
Fuck
what pissed me off? And low key, you guys can probably not agree with me, but probably see where I'm coming with it. I'm just like, oh, now ICE is a big problem to everybody, huh? You motherfuckers terrorized my whole childhood. My whole childhood got me fucked up, got me scared to open the goddamn door. But now ICE is a problem.
See.
Now that they took this rich guy from you guys.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I
I saw this meme. It was like, this has nothing to do with Ice, but I just thought it was funny because
Yeah.
I don't know why Ice reminded me of Drake.
What the fuck?
I don't know why it's the word, but like it was this meme. It was like, how come no one's pressing Drake about his visa?
oh yeah.
Because he's from Canada and shit. Like,
That's
you know,
true.
like
Fuck.
it's just funny.
Do you think? Okay, I saw people getting butthurt at that shit at the memes. Like I wasn't butthurt. I was just
I
like,
don't
they're
give a-
I
funny.
saw people
Bro.
mostly, the only people who I saw about her were the people under Demi Lovato's mentions.
Yeah.
Really? Oh yeah.
That was literally everybody else was having a ball.
Yeah.
The time of their
That's
lives.
just funny.
How would you feel if some shit happened to you and everybody made memes out of it?
I would sit back and just fucking laugh and eat good food and just laugh at it and retweet it probably.
21
'cause I
Savage
don't-
has to know that some of this shit is
he-
funny.
21, yeah.
Dude,
He knows who the fuck he is.
He has
bro.
to. This shit is
Issa.
hilarious.
That was from a meme originally. So like he definitely fucks with it. Like he gets it.
I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah.
And you're totally right. He definitely understands internet culture
Yeah.
and the power of it.
Yeah.
So he should know. He's a pretty smart guy. He's one of the first rappers to say stop buying fucking chains and start buying property.
Yeah. I respect him for that.
And he has a financial literacy program for the kids.
Damn.
This gangster. See,
That's what I like about like 21. That's one of the reasons why I like him, because there's a lot of rappers that like, well, there's not a lot, but there's some rappers where it's hard to like be a fan because like they do some stupid shit, like Kanye, like wearing MAGA hats and shit.
What do you feel is your responsibility as like an artist to like the people who are your fans?
I guess at the end of the day, that's a really fucking good question. I guess the people that listen to me, which is like my friends and like some people that I know, is just that everything's gonna be cool and just stay grounded, know who the fuck you are, and just
Right.
love yourself. I don't know. I don't like to get too deep into all that conspiracy shit. Like, at the end of the day, bro, you're gonna do what you want to do, and I'm just about like just self-love and just accepting what the fuck you're going through and accept your feelings. Because at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they want to do, and they're gonna believe what they want to believe.
Word.
So there's no point in arguing something like that. So I just be humble. Don't be ignorant. Yeah, open your mind, but just know that just love everything. Be respectful of someone else's opinions. like if I meet someone that likes Trump, and I'm not gonna hate him just because he likes Trump, you know. It says that's what he believes in, you know. So just, I guess, just accept what other people believe in and don't be disrespectful. And yeah, fight for what you believe in, but know that there's a line that's being crossed between disrespect and respect, you know.
No, I feel you, bro.
So like,
I mean, definitely, I agree with you as far with everything. Like, I'd rather have peace than anything else.
exactly.
And there's a Kevin Gates line that goes, "I'm peaceful at any cost," and like that's how I'm with it. But I'm not at the level of growth and understanding that you are with it, Mr. Palo Marz, because I'll fuck a Trump supporter up. Like, I ain't even.
Yeah, I feel, and that's where a lot of this shit. Because I have come in contact with like for example, like there's this girl I was talking to, and her family supported Trump. She not necessarily believe in that, but
Right.
I try to understand why, and it, dude, you can't necessarily undertake someone for believing what they believe in. I found out that we like the same music, and that's what I looked at. We like the same food. Because there's always something negative you can look at something, or there's always something negative you can point out in something. But it takes the bigger person to be like, okay, I like you for this. I do not like you for that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I guess it's just a lot of maturity, and it's okay, bro. Everyone matures at their own, not their own pace, and it's just about just accepting at the end of the day. You have to accept that there are people that like Trump, dude, no matter what you like it or not. You know, you have to accept that, and what you're gonna do about it. Nothing.
You like Trump, right, Andy?
I'm gonna be the best podcaster there's ever been, and I'm gonna shut him down.
Yeah.
Dude, so you were telling me
about how you like Trump?
No, because okay, let me get their opinion on this, dude. So you know how like some people can separate music from the artist. Josh is actually a big R. Kelly fan, and he
fuck
but
off,
I'm talking
bitch.
about like not even
See,
just the music. Like he'll have posters up and like
T-shirts,
it's like
and stuff, murals.
Like you want to talk about a nasty place to be in? Josh's room, nasty place to be in.
Remember that time, like maybe like a few days ago, where you're watching the Bill Cosby stand up?
Yeah, you had just come back from the fucking R. Kelly fan convention.
I had some really good tacos today for lunch, guys.
Bro, same. My first meal of the day was like a few hours ago, and it was just tacos.
I'm anemic, so I feel you.
I know, dude. For me, it's just like I'm always busy. Well, I try to keep busy. That I'm just like, it's like if I'm gonna eat, it's like fuck. I need to take time out of my shit to keep doing it.
Feel it.
Yeah, and especially with your work as a Trump's chief law advisor.
God, fuck off.
Yo, I was at work the other day.
What do you work?
Time I gotta say. I was at and then we just got. Well, no, that was on the last podcast we recorded, talking about how paranoid I am. And then I was there's this white guy I work with, right? And then that day I was just fucking with him a lot. Like I was making racist jokes, you know, to him.
What do you mean?
Not like about white people, but I was like, Mark, I know you're just being mad because like I was Mexican and you don't like Mexican. Okay. but he's honestly the most least racist guy like in the world. But it's just funny because every time he just falls for it. And then, I think I might cross the line one time because he was telling me something, and then like he's like, I'm so fucking annoyed, and then a customer was walking away, and then I was like, oh, it must be your hatred of Mexicans.
Oh, fuck. You know, I did a joke like that the other day too, and the person I said it to like didn't like it.
Okay, but do you think I should be more culturally sensitive in this day and age?
Yeah, for sure.
I should.
I mean,
as a Mexican, making fun of a white person. As a Mexican making fun of a white person in the Trump era, I would say this: it's fucked up. But you know what? Damn! As I'm saying this, I'm realizing that I'm becoming the enemy.
Yeah, dude, you're doing the same thing that you were complaining about.
Because let me tell you this: Trump, in a sense, emboldened me. Just how we emboldened
everyone else. Bro. It's a whole
other
circle,
side,
bro. That's why, like,
damn.
Yeah, bro.
See, that's what happens when you kick it with Palo. You fucking grow as a person.
It's confirmation bias.
But yeah, it's crazy, bro. It all comes down to just. I don't want to say it anymore because I don't want to be annoying, but just accepting and fucking loving, dude. Because you're not. This world. I don't even know, dude. Just accept and love everybody.
Right.
It's not worth all the fucking drama and pain and misery and all these negative words. It's not worth it, bro.
Let's let's dive into your history just for a little bit,
For
so
sure.
we don't have to repeat all of it. But like, just because how I would assume that, okay, because you said you were a part of this group, Dirt Mulholland Boys, correct?
Yeah, they're Marlon Boys, DMB. Shout out DMB. I have them tatted on me actually.
Oh snap!
It's a part of me forever.
Did you have the sad face afterwards?
No, this is a whole thing. Because
Oh.
we were sad boys, right?
Oh,
Come on.
I thought like you were sad afterwards.
No, man. That
That would've been like, it's pretty symbolic, bro.
It's like a happy face up here and then it's up.
Oh,
and then sad
shit.
face down there. No, but yeah, I was a part of a group and, you know, just
Well,
5 different lives, like
yeah.
you were saying. Just didn't clash together.
Describe to me how it felt like when you guys had first breaking up and like that feeling of like, okay, now what's next, you know?
Yeah, so I was very loyal to them, and I really didn't picture myself making music without them. Like, I made music before solo, but then once I got so involved in it, I didn't see myself. I saw my stuff on stage with my best friends. I didn't see myself on stage just by myself, you
Word.
know. So it made me very vulnerable and confused.
Yeah.
Because I knew I still wanted to make music. I still wanted to pursue my dream, but it was like, fuck, I'm not gonna have that support and those friends. But then at the end of the day, you know, everything works out and everything happens for a reason, and I haven't been happier with the music I'm making. So, yeah, I had a sense of vulnerability when we broke up, a huge sense of vulnerability, and I was very afraid because this was all I had, and I dropped out of school for this, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm not going back to school.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so I looked in the mirror. There's gonna be a bunch of shit that's gonna make you want to give up, but it's that's what separates the greats from everyone else. It's the greats have failed so many times but continued with it, and I don't care if it takes me 10 years, if it takes me 20, if it takes me a year. I'm gonna make an impact on this world based off what I love to do. And yeah, so it was crazy when we broke up. It was crazy, like, because we all lived together. We all lived in the same house, and when we broke up, we just fuck. It was like that, but we're all still together. So it was so much tension, and it just sucked because, you know, we people wouldn't want to face that tension. So
Right.
it's like
It's like passive aggressive.
It's passive aggressive, fake bullshit, and I caught myself in some fake bullshit, and yeah, it was a very weird.
It's toxic
super
atmosphere.
toxic. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah,
And,
definitely
like,
not the best creative space.
Definitely not. And like I hated making music in the house, and now I love it because, like, you know, people moved out and we got new people, but like everything works out.
Also, you're still in the same. I was gonna ask you.
I
like,
live in the
so
same.
you- so you-
I still live in that house. Yeah,
Oh,
me and
okay.
my friend Monty Sapphire still live in that house, and then at Silk, my homie Silk lives in that house. Yeah, so the 3 of us stayed, and then the rest left.
So where are you guys based out of now?
We're based in Northridge, California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Northridge.
Nice. Like
Yeah, dude. The
What's like someone who is a part of this little valley wave coming up, this little valley scene, and also a spectator as well.
Yeah.
All right. We got-
Back at it again
All
with
right.
the white.
So we had a little power outage.
Yeah. Okay, so what was I gonna, okay,
So-
so the whole valley scene going on. Shout out all my valley artists. Shout out Vonnie. Shout out Ham. Shout out like everybody at 5 Point. Shout out everybody with the Valley on the Wave crew.
It sucks shouting
Shout
people
out-
out because when you forget someone, you feel like a piece of shit.
Shout out everybody in my valley group chat that we got. If you're in that group chat, shout out to y'all. That whole scene, like, how do you describe this scene that's coming up right now? Because I feel like there are, like, I would say there are some front runners, but then there's also people who are collectively holding up the scene by
Yeah,
doing what
for
they
sure.
do, you know? Like, as someone who's being able to see it firsthand as well, like, well, like stylistically, aesthetically, like, what would you compare it to, or how would you describe it?
Honestly, I wouldn't compare it to anything. I'd say it's very original and very organic, and it really, you won't understand it unless you're from the valley. So I guess it gives it a sense of like mystery, and everyone loves a
Right.
mystery, you know. So because, yeah, that I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like you know how everyone says that if you know someone from the valley, like you'll know everyone.
Everyone,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, it's kind of like a culture, a subculture just
you won't
growing.
understand like
Unless you're from
the valley, like you really
Or-
won't understand, and people that like you don't, unless you're from the valley, born in, like you just won't
Yeah.
understand it. Like
Because, like, you live on the east, but could have gone to school out on the west.
Tupac,
So now you know.
born in the east but fucking represented the west.
There you go. I was born in the east, still live on the east. I mean, the east? No. Other ones.
But, yeah.
I'm not giving it my location.
Mysterious. I'd say the scene of the valley is very mysterious in a positive way.
I would say so. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree also that I think one of the cons is that we look to other places still for validation. We look to LA. We look to other
Shout
the
out
Bay.
LA, man, though.
We look as far as you have to go there, do something, come back, and then we'll fuck with you for real, you know?
Oh, definitely.
Like then we'll claim you. Like, you know, nobody really wants to like claim these valley artists quite yet.
What I think is like, because LA is the thing is, the reason they go out there is because there's a venue for them or an avenue for them to like perform.
Sure.
But
there's just a lot more opportunities.
Like, do you guys like? This is a little talk, but like, see, I don't consider myself from LA. I consider myself from the valley.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Gang, cause like, yeah, dope.
Yeah, definitely. There's a big difference. Yeah, there's a big difference that only people who don't live here.
No, because I have family in LA and they're from LA. They like, you feel me? Like, I fucking love LA. Like, but
the valley's its own thing.
But the valley's the fucking valley,
It's a different culture. It's a different feeling being here.
Completely different.
Yeah.
What I see it changing. I see it changing and growing, because I guess what it is now, people are becoming more accepting of things in this social media age, and definitely social media is also definitely like becoming the platform as to which like this fucking little culture is being stood up on.
For sure.
Because now it's like everybody wants to look at their feed and see like someone or something from the valley looking fly, you know, looking cool. So it's like, I feel like social media has advanced that culture a lot, but now it's up to like the groundwork that's being done in the valley. You know, I feel like it's definitely pretty important that we're not known for fuck shit. You know, we're not. I feel like the valley is not known for that at all. Like that stigma has been erased, like that valley girl type of shit.
Yeah,
like
I hated that, because like, for example, like I went to my first strip club like 2 weeks ago. Like, you feel me?
How was it?
It was cool. It was in Thailand, at like, or little Thailand in Hollywood. It was Jumbo's Clown Room. It wasn't even a strip club, bro. It was like just one pole. It was really cool. It was a vintage feel. It was really cool. But anyway, I sit down and there's these 3 girls around the table, and you know, I'm feeling good. I like going out. I like making new friends and stuff. So I go up to them and I talk to them, and they're like, "Where are you from?" And I said, "The Valley," and they said, "Oh, you sound like it."
Damn.
And I was like,
you know, I get that a lot.
You know, like,
yeah, I've heard that before.
And right there, like, see, at first I was like, yo, what the fuck does that mean? What you trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was like, but then I was like, yo, that's pretty cool. Because I know, growing up, I had the obsession with the New Jersey accent. And I knew, you know, when someone's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
New Jersey. So, like, I took it as like that. And, like, where was I getting at with this?
it's an identity thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an identity thing. And, like, that shit, yeah, that shit's dope.
Wear it on your sleeve, bro.
Hell yeah. I'm, like, the Valley's coming up, bro. Valley's going to be the next Broward County, which is... Broward County's where X, Ski Mask, all them shit. I promise you, I mark my words, this shit's gonna be the next thing. Everyone's gonna want to be from the Valley in the next 2-3 years.
I think our proximity to like LA and to like the whole showbiz factor of everything kind of is like, it's kind of like our turn, you know, get a piece of that action.
Yeah.
You know, in Broward County, the funny thing about Broward County, I actually learned this in a documentary I was watching on Netflix, that it's like used to be super suppressive.
Really?
And that's how all that creativity really like sparked up. It was 2 Live Crew, I think.
Oh fuck!
That,
2 Live. What's that song? I want some pussy.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, 2 Live Crew. Shout out my grandma.
Whoa,
That's weird. All right, short story. That sounded weird. It ain't weird. But my grandma's from Mexico, right? And then my aunt loved the 2 Live Crew growing up, and my aunt had my grandma singing "We Want Some Pussy." It sounded very weird.
You're good.
Yeah, but that's the story, and like that shit. No, that just sticks.
Nah,
word
word up.
That song, my grandma just sings that, and she has no idea what she's saying.
But that's like, you know, like that's why it was so vulgar, you know, because they came from this place of such suppression.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, and I feel like with the Valley, it's kind of like we're being suppressed in the matter of like we're not getting that equal light on us as far as like, you know.
You're still laughing on that weirdo shit. You're like, damn, Paul, I don't know if I want to post this no more.
Nah, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's all. Bro, if you know me, you know this shit real. I always say some fuckery. You don't mean shit.
So like that suppression, like we gotta grind a lot harder for our shine. That's why when our time comes.
I'm sorry, bro. I know. Hey,
when our time comes.
oh fuck.
Hopefully.
No.
Oh my god. Well, the time's gonna come. Hopefully, not the grab ball.
It will come. It's already coming. It's here. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of.
Like it's here. Like the wave is starting. Like, and I feel like it's like
For sure.
up to people who are trying to be a part of it. People like us, like not just us, but like us. You know, that are part of it and like cognizant of what is actually starting to go on. To like try to shape it, try to mold it in a way that's responsible and like responsible in a matter of consistent growth.
No,
you know,
definitely.
so we don't just meet like a stalemate and like, you know, just something like this has happened before, and I've seen it gone south in the LA scene. Like when I was coming up, when 4 bursts first started coming up, and like Self-Provoked,
Fucking Hobson, or like before Hobson,
like
or right after,
like right after Hobson. But the thing
but
is,
even
since
Hobson, dude.
Hobson is from Panorama City, my beef with Hobson, I was just mad at Hobson that he never repped it enough. But then when he did, I was like, okay, like Panorama City is like the hood, but it's not the kind of hood that Hobson tried to portray it in like in one of the music videos.
Which one?
Panorama City, I think the song's called.
Oh,
It's called Panorama City, but like it just was like it was GTA themed, and I'm like, it's not like that, bro. Like I'm not even saying like you won't get fucking jacked here, but it just does. You don't feel like you're in GTA when you're in here. You know, some of these neighborhoods seem actually like, you know, pretty like unsuspecting till the fucking sun goes down and it gets lit. Yeah. But fucking, I mean, like obviously, like I was telling my girl the other day, like we went to Food for Less, and you know Food for Less on Partina, I think on Partina.
Yeah.
Well, I was like. And I went through the back. I went through the little streets. I was like, look, man, when I talk about Panorama City, like this is Panorama City, like with the world of clustered apartments are at, and like that's like the heart of it. Like that's like where like all the stereotypes and all the culture, truthfully, all the culture of Panorama City comes, and like the rest of it are just surrounding smaller neighborhoods, you know. Yeah. And I forgot where I was getting with this motherfucking point, but.
I forgot to.
Damn, what? I don't know where we started because
we're just talking about the valley, I'm happy with this because I'm interested.
But like,
you know what I've noticed is that you know how like the 405 freeway kind of splits the valley.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because on the one side of the valley, it's like Panorama City, and it's like it feels a little more ghetto. But once you cross that 405, you're in another world.
No,
yeah,
definitely.
The east and the
I'm
west.
on that other side. I'm in Northridge, like Granada Hills area, and like. It ain't nothing like I went to school in like Selma Pacoima, so like it's nothing like I see the like differences and the struggles. It's really crazy. It's just crazy, like the diversity.
Yeah,
bro.
I think that's something that doesn't really get addressed that much.
Doesn't, bro.
How really like it really is a different world. When I went, I have the opposite sort of view. I grew up all my life on the east, and then I went to school in the west.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like at least when I got to high school, I went out west. But like it was like, oh, this is like how high school is in most of the movies, especially. I mean, you know the high school I went to, bro. So you know that shit wasn't regular. Yeah. So I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on, man?
Yeah,
like
bro.
this shit was out some movie shit, and it was so foreign to any kind of institutional thing I've ever been a part of. You know, and just not even just with the demographic of people, just how. Oh, we have funding, you know, like
not really, but
like, oh,
bro,
shit.
when I went to high school, like I went to it like when I was talking about like I went to school, it was my college years. I went like I went to like Mission and shit like that. But dude, in high school, I went to an all guys school. I went to an all guys private school.
Damn.
And it's funny because a lot of people, you know, you hear all guys private school and you have this sort of like preconceived idea about it. But bro, 85% of my class was bussed in from Compton Watts for football. You feel me? Like. It's crazy, and like that street life was brought in, like that, not necessarily street life, but that sense of like a gang, I guess, from wherever, like, you know, that street life,
culture.
bro. It's a culture.
Yeah.
That sense of culture was in my school, and
it's like a fraternity culture.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, bro, and yeah, it's just insane. Like it's really crazy.
Yeah, and
so you went to an all boys school?
Yeah, bro. I went to an all guys school.
How was that?
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fucking crazy. Bunch of drug heads and just a bunch of people that love to party and like
Damn.
just crazy motherfuckers. Good at sports. I played soccer there too, so like
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's why I went there because my mom didn't want to expose me to too much growing up. So like I had a very
Like,
sheltered home and shit like that, but it was a blessing in disguise, you know,
Yeah.
because I learned on my own and shit like that.
I mean, you seem like an open dude, so I mean, I'm sure.
I'm super open.
Yeah,
bro.
So I'm sure it hasn't like done anything to you.
It
I
engage
get
you.
shit. You into an old guy school, bro? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I'm asking just because I'm curious.
No, I'm just saying. But
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said,
yeah.
you're very open. Like I'm open. Yeah, like I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm proud of where the fuck I come from.
Right.
Bro. Super proud of where I come from because, yeah, I am who I am because of where I come
Yeah.
from. So like,
Word up.
and people seem to dig me.
I remember this white guy with the last name Horowitz.
Oh yeah.
Fucking to my face.
Oh,
Andy,
man.
why do you talk so ghetto? Bro, that's fucking
What the fuck?
this is how I see speaking, bro. Like, what
Like,
you
yeah.
mean? Like, I don't even know. And that was before. That was because
That was like 9th grade though.
that was
like,
fresh out of Vista Middle School.
yeah.
So
I remember you told me, like, yeah, bro.
So
you,
that's
like,
different, Andy.
Shootings at school, or not shootings,
Not
but, like not shootings, my bad.
Bro,
I was gonna
wait,
say
wait.
fights.
Fights
My bad.
every day.
Every day,
And then
yeah.
I go to high. And
Same.
I
Holy
go,
shit.
I go to high school. They got 3 fights 1 week. Now the whole school's rioting. Like we gotta
Oh no,
protect
dude.
the peace, man.
There was.
Like it was like goddamn.
I think it was
like,
one
the
fight.
demilitarized zones or something.
It was like one fight that happened. Or like it was like 2 fights that happened at the beginning of the year, and it just changed like for the rest of the year. Like they
Changed
made a
it.
big deal out of it. That's
Man.
the kind of school we fucking went to.
that was
Thank
I
you.
look at the Brian Wilson.
Brian Wilson, the genius, the man, the legend.
Beach Boys, shout out Beach Boys.
Shout out Beach Boys. Shout out Pet Sounds.
fuck it.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I'm fucking
That's
saying.
my boy.
I don't know what you guys talking about.
That's not music. We're talking about music. Real music.
Oh yeah, I don't know nothing about music. All I know is hip hop music.
Hip-hop,
Hip-hop,
underground,
rock,
sad boy hip hop.
yeah, right.
Music's great though.
So, what's your favorite band, like in general?
Oh fuck, dude. It's like fuck.
I hate that
dude.
question, but I like asking
know,
people because I like to see how they react.
Fuck, bro, fuck. I can.
Yeah, I could never answer that
No,
either.
but that's a good ass question. Like, I
Yeah.
see how people react to shit. I
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
with that. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I have a bunch of favorites.
Yeah, I feel you.
tell you.
It's like you have for me, this is the way I see it. I have a favorite artist for a different mood.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like wow.
What's your favorite?
shit.
What's
up?
What's your favorite like? You know, like every artist has like a certain like aesthetic persona or whatever. Like, what's your
Yeah.
favorite artist?
Like,
Aesthetic.
Aesthetic. Like I get exactly what you're saying. Fuck, dude. See, even then, cause like it's funny. A lot of artists or a lot of musicians look at other musicians and their music as inspiration.
Mm.
Like the music. I look at the way an artist lives. Like, as if that makes sense. I really don't. The music, I just listen to music because I just fucking love music.
Right.
But I find no inspiration in the music. Yeah, sometimes it takes a specific artist for me to find inspiration in their lyrics, but I find what they believe in. What inspires me is the way they think about life. So, like, yeah, so that's really hard for me. I'd say there's this artist, Stephen Moses, who I just, like, absolutely admire.
Yeah.
He's an up-and-coming artist. Like, he's cool, too. But I also really love Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash and the way
Man in Black.
Yeah, exactly, the Man in Black, because I've been through a lot and I've fucked up a lot in my life, and he also fucked up a lot in his life, but he came to be a real man of faith, a real man of honor, a real man of just pure truth. And
I think for him in particular, I feel like the idea of like redemption, because that's what it's about. It's him redeeming himself
bro.
and becoming a better person. I feel like it's been lost kind of recently.
that's what I'm trying to bring. Like,
Yeah.
That's exactly. It has been lost, bro, and it has been, and that's what I'm really trying to bring back. That you can come back when you fuck up, dude. Like, kids are so hard on themselves these days, you know, and it just makes me sad. Like,
yeah.
dude, it's life. It's life. Like,
It's just gonna happen.
the shit's gonna happen.
Redemption is
Redemption song.
I feel like you just said that's kind of being lost in music. I feel like within hip hop, at least within the last year, it's kind of been
For
resurrected.
sure, it's been J. Cole and
J.
all that
Cole,
shit, 21 even, dude.
But like I'm talking about like the ones who went with "This Is Me" at a. I feel like with 21, it showed a lot of artistic growth for sure.
And
probably
growth as a person.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was his. What's the word?
Breakthrough.
No, not breakthrough. What was the word we were just using?
Redemption.
It was redemption. He wasn't redeeming himself. I feel like
that.
J. Cole had a really bad album with "For Your Eyes Only."
You thought that was bad?
Now, Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like I wanted to
I
listen to it
thought it
once.
was cool. I thought it was pretty cool.
It wasn't. It
The
was
only reason why I thought it was cool is because he's
Whoever-
talking to somebody else.
whoever you is. That's who the album was made for. It wasn't made for me. But and then KOD was pretty good, but I guess people just really wanted more out of Cole, right?
Yeah.
Different production, whatever. And now.
But that was his aesthetic. He was making
Exactly.
fun of it in a way.
But now we're entering that cycle where Cole is. Well, he went all of last year murdering everybody's features. You know.
Yeah,
Still,
right.
like, bro, he's
So
Still,
And
Cole's-
that 21
Yeah.
Savage
Nah,
feature
dude.
was pretty fucking good.
He
too.
killed
Oh,
everything. He
like-
killed absolutely every feature he was on.
Offdies with JID. I don't know if you like JID.
Yeah.
That's
Big
my
fan of
that verse, bro. Fuck. Like, dude, he's just amazing.
Yeah, and then now like the cycle that he's on now, that's about to drop his new album, whatever. Redemption, J-Rock, Redemption,
For sure.
literally the name of the album.
Even Kendrick, dude.
Didn't drop anything though.
No, but I'm saying like Redemption with like everyone pointed out to Pimp a Butterfly. That was shitty. Then he drops Untitled Unmastered, and then everyone's like, whoa. And then he drops fucking Damn, and then that goes fucking. You know.
I thought
I thought Pimp a
T-Pad was
Butterfly.
beautiful. I thought. It was
I
Yeah,
did
I
too.
thought Pimp a Butterfly was one of the
But-
best albums ever created ever.
See, but, like,
I don't understand.
like a
No, but
lot of the
I get it, 'cause-
conversations I had.
yeah, I get it.
It was
yeah, people
it's just
didn't.
too in depth. People are
Yeah, yeah.
too stupid,
Exactly.
You feel me? But,
Honestly,
like,
if you were like,
I'm just saying based off the general.
you have to
Yeah,
have a
the
certain
population,
level.
I feel
you. Like,
I know you. If you like Brian,
I
Wilson, you're gonna
love
fuck-
to Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, I know you're gonna
Trust
fuck
me.
with
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. I love that. I'm just saying in the general eye of everyone. He had
Yeah.
redemption. Like
No,
it-
guys, like, it's
you
just
feel
like
me?
it's like a there's like a how can I say this best? You have to have like a certain level of intelligence.
Yeah, bro,
I
for
hate
sure.
that fucking shit on Twitter.
No,
man.
but I honestly, if you like, it's different, and if you're not okay with something being different,
Yeah.
then you're not gonna like it.
Exactly.
That's the way I see
it
it.
doesn't sound like anything. Nothing's been made that sounded like that since, and nothing was really made.
I know. Then like,
before.
you know what I noticed too is like after that album came out, there was a lot of like other albums kind of similar to it. Like
In
they're
the-
getting that soulful,
in the
jazzy sound.
in the
dude.
content of it, yes, but I think the album was so perfectly executed. Like if there is an example of like
Yeah.
of just
But better times you drop it. That
But
was
see,
probably
there's also people who listen to the radio every fucking day.
exactly. Bro.
So,
yeah.
what can
But
you
low-key radio music got better in the last year.
Yeah.
I ain't going front. Radio music
I-
got a lot
say?
better.
The only
in
reason why
last year.
radio shit is because they just overplay.
They
good songs.
that's.
Just
It's
overplayed.
not as trashy as it used to be. At
You
least
know
it's
what?
still overplay shit.
I my aux
Definitely.
broke in my car,
Fuck.
and I've been listening to a lot of radio, and I've noticed that a lot of stations play fucking Guns N' Roses for some reason.
Wow.
I was just like,
I
yeah,
am a Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones fan.
Fact.
I'm not that big on Guns N' Roses, so I'm like
Yeah,
when I
me
hear them,
either.
just like,
I've never
God
really
damn it.
gotten to them that much.
Yeah.
Meek Mill, Redemption as well.
Oh, dude.
Dude, I know.
Champions.
Not even that, but like remember, like for a while, everyone hated him.
24/7.
Because
Think
of
about
the
it.
Drake
Everybody hated Meek Mill after the Drake beef,
He gets
and then
arrested.
he went to jail. It was literally the people and the culture and the system against him.
Facts.
Came out on top, and now he's kicking it with billionaires.
Dude, everything happens for a fucking reason.
Kicking it with Robert
Fucking
Kraft,
facts,
Michael
bro.
Rubin,
Fuck.
fucking Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Um,
bro. But anyway, let's start it off that Brian Wilson hat, and I hope I find that hat. one
Yeah,
day.
bro.
Who is
This shit's
Brian
ripping.
Wilson?
This shit, like, I've been wearing this hat.
Brian
for a
Wilson
cool
is
minute.
literally the Beach Boys.
Yeah,
You know,
he
Beach
pretty much
Boys,
made
he's literally
every
Beach
fucking.
Boys, like-
He wrote pretty much the majority of the music.
Everything.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
I know things.
You
You,
knew it.
guys don't think I know anything.
Yeah.
I know something.
And yeah, that was really cool. I don't know, like my favorite band.
Bro, like I think there's only 2 people who fucking like or maybe 3. I say like there's like 3 people who've
Notice your
noticed my hat.
That's sick.
One time it was because there's a baseball player named Brian Wilson.
You know what? He has
Oh,
a
so-
beard too, and that's who I keep thinking about every time I hear Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
So he thought it wasn't even the Beach Boys.
No, yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
He has a big fandom. That's why, because of the beard.
Mm.
Especially probably like a few years back, he was in the World Series.
Well, I don't know anything about baseball.
He
so.
played for
I
the,
don't
the Giants, I think, San Francisco, and
Shit.
California too. So makes sense. If you knew something about sports like me, Josh, then
Oh my
maybe
God.
you would.
Sorry.
But because Josh, you focus all your time on how to build this fucking wall, and you don't focus no time on sports.
Oh man, he's bringing this shit up.
Any other questions?
All right, man. So tell me about like, what are you working on right now? Like
Yeah, honestly, I'm just working on music. I had this thing. So after I broke up with DMB and
Mhm.
Jamal and boys, I had this thing called Mondays on Marz,
mm,
I
and
remember.
and I had dropped. It was, I want to say, lasted about I would drop a song every Monday. So that's like 2 months. I dropped a song every Monday, 2 months, and then I just stopped. But I didn't stop making music.
So are you working on like a full length project?
No, dude.
You're just making music.
I'm just making music, and I'm gonna be just posting singles, dude, and just pushing the fuck out of them, and just seeing where I can go. Because I believe like a true artist just does his craft because he loves to do it, and all that other bullshit's gonna just come.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Like true artists.
Yeah.
True artists, not because anyone can say they're an artist, you know. But a true artist is a true artist. So honestly, I'm just focusing on, I just make music and shit. Like it really is an outlet for me to feel normal and talk about my problems because I don't like going to a therapist and shit. So
when what do you say? What would you say that is your message in your music?
To accept what's going on around you and not blame yourself, and to love yourself, and don't try, just feel. Don't try on anything, just feel it out. And because when you try is when you expect, and expectations lead to failure, and just feel.
Yeah. What's
feel
the rest?
Accept.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good, bro.
What's the rest of the year looking like musically?
Dope, dude. It's really exciting, I guess. I know. I've been performing a lot. I have shows coming up. Making music with interesting people. Meeting interesting people that care about my craft, and I'm moving, and I'm moving in silence because I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Like this year's gonna be really fun.
So it's like you're kind of like you want to see like pop up on people. You don't want to just
yeah, bro. Because at the end of the day, anyone can act like they got some sort of clout, bro. And at the end of the day, no one's shit.
Yeah.
I'm not shit. You're not no one's shit.
Yeah. We're nothing.
I'm not anything until you're something. And
it's always I find it always a bit more satisfying to take my victories in silence.
Exactly. Success is the greatest revenge. So.
Yeah. I mean, I hope we all get there.
We will.
Yeah, man.
We will.
You know what's gonna be fucking crazy? If both of you guys pop off with music, I'm gonna be like, I connected to this shit.
Dude, I promise, bro. Like, we'll definitely collab on this information
just,
after, dude.
I'm gonna follow you on.
No, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Just go to my car after this so we could play some music.
No, for sure,
okay,
for sure.
We still gotta.
I know, fuck.
No, but I'll listen to your shit. I'm excited, bro. But I've been singing a lot more too.
Yeah.
Doing a lot more melodies.
Yeah. I noticed that. I was like, oh, so do you like so?
Like I'm watching my kids have a play date.
Yes,
great.
You're the mastermind behind this.
Yeah, man. So so like you're kind of venturing off into that thing. How do you feel about that?
I feel very confident in it.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Very confident.
I could tell, dude. Like it's. I can see where you're going, and I'm liking it. Like I could definitely tell like why you have like a following, I guess, you know.
Yeah, it's a little one, but it's growing.
It's something though. It's anything, yeah. You know, people like I think about because for me, like I'm on my first song, like hardly anyone fuck with it. I got a few people that were like, "Hey, that's cool shit." I'm like, "Thanks," like strangers, you know. That's a good feeling when you don't know anyone.
How long you been? Wait, when?
Well, I was in bands before, but like we never really dropped anything, and then like they would always break up.
How long you been playing music? I guess.
Oh shit, just like middle school. I started drumming, and then in high school I started learning to play guitar, and then I started learning to play keyboard, and then I just started picking up all this other shit.
That's sick as fuck.
So yeah, so now I'm kind of just like, so now I'm like I'm gonna just do it myself. That's kind of where I was at. And then there's a lot of shit that happened a few years ago with my dad, and like just like I had to kind of adjust. So I wasn't really working on music and shit like that. So, but now I'm like at a space where I'm like I want to just keep doing it, and I'm like motivated because
that's dope too.
I'm like that song that I dropped. Like I'm pretty like proud of it. Like so.
Yeah, bro, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, man. I hope you like it. Yeah.
I definitely could tell the way you talk about it and shit. This is something you want to do. Just keep on doing it, dude. Follow your dreams, bro.
You too, man. Like
you too.
Thanks, guys.
You too. You too. Him too.
Hey, funny thing that because my artist name is Gray Space, but Gray Space actually is something from high school that we were gonna make music together, but we just never fucking got around to.
That's cool. See, that's something I take pride in my name, Palo Marz.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a.
Oh yeah, where'd you get that from?
Yeah,
I like that name.
Thank you, bro. My mom's maiden name is Palomares.
Mm.
So I wanted something because like. I like a lot for like a lot of these names I was hearing. It's just like, what the fuck? You can tell it's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know. I'm a person of meaning and I'm a person of feeling, and I wanted something that I want to do this for the rest of my life, and I don't.
Right.
I wanted something to mean to me. I was really gonna just have my real name, but then I like that idea of mystery and suspense and like so. Those of you who don't know my real name, I'm not gonna give it to you, just because I'm like that.
Damn.
I think you said it. Well, you said it in the last one, in the last podcast.
Did I really?
I think so.
Well, they're not gonna hear that one.
You're not gonna hear it. I did it already, so that's in the abyss.
Yeah, but eventually people are gonna know what my name is, but I don't know. I like to keep
That's
it
good,
mystery
man.
as long as I can.
That's where I'm. What I liked about it was when we first made up that name was that it was like. Cause I'm like rock and I like indie shit and like all that other shit, but I also like hip hop.
Yeah,
but then he was just straight up more hip hop. So then like we didn't know what the fuck we were gonna do, to be honest. So when we were coming up with names, we were just like we thought of gray space as in a gray area.
You showed me.
I did.
He showed me. Actually, I remember now. He showed me those old rap songs and shit.
Oh, his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't just be like, hey man,
What was
look,
that,
he
Grace?
asked
Was
me a
that
bunch.
Grace?
Don't just be like,
Or not?
huh?
Was that Grace Face or no?
Nah,
No.
that was just.
Was that way before?
That was like way.
It's ranted.
That was like.
Shit, dude.
I made one verse like probably like 2 months ago. It's not that good though.
That's funny. Man. That's sick, dude. Try it out.
Oh, nah, I'm not. I can't. I've gone too deep into the podcasting world to bust out with a rap song now. This is the most success I've seen in anything.
That's sick. But yeah, I guess for the year, just I have a single releasing.
Yeah.
Not this. What dates? I don't even know the date, but it's not this Monday. It's the one after. It's gonna be on all platforms
cool.
and shit.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, just type in Palo Marz on any platform.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll make
Yeah,
sure to
man.
share it and
Yeah,
like,
yeah, man.
For sure.
Support you,
Thank
bro.
Appreciate you, man.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. This shit. Some complications always seem to happen when we get together.
That's funny, bro.
But I mean, it's always worth it. Like, I mean, at this point, like, I feel like I've interviewed like a good amount of artists, probably like 40, 50. And like, there's only been like a few people that really give me like any kind of like genuine energy and
For
like
sure.
passion, you know, and
Yeah.
you're definitely amongst them.
Thank
Like,
you, bro.
definitely amongst
I
them.
appreciate that a lot. Like, honestly, bro. Like,
There's a lot of people that really just pick this shit up just to pick it up, you know?
because everyone else is doing it, and yeah, I understand, bro. And dude, thank you so much, bro, because this is all I have.
Yeah.
This is really all I got, dude. And
It shows how much it means to you. Like, it bleeds through.
Thank
You know what I
you,
mean?
bro.
And like just the way you carry yourself and all that.
appreciate you, yeah, bro.
No, man, of course.
Same to you guys, bro. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
I remember when I first followed him, like,
Mhm.
dude, you guys are so into this shit, and this is what we need. We need
Yeah.
to match passions, and like, we need to work together. And I just fuck with y'all so heavy, bro. Because just like you can feel the energy off of me, I feel the energy off of you. Because if I
Thanks,
didn't
man.
feel your energy, I wouldn't be this. And like, you feel me? So it
Feel
goes
you.
both ways. and I
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Like, for sure. I respect you guys
Yeah.
and appreciate you too, bro. No, but yeah, dude.
Julian.
Hell
Alright.
yeah, man.
So you want to end it here because we gotta get ready for we do another show after this. So
No,
we gotta
dude, for
we gotta
sure.
well we
Have any
produce another
last
show.
questions or any last things?
Shit,
to
man.
All right, so
say?
hey, but plug your stuff, man. Like tell
Oh,
people
yeah,
where
yeah,
to follow you, any
everybody-
upcoming
yeah,
shows.
sure,
all
dude.
that. All that.
Yeah, at fuck Palo Marz. Do I look at that one or that one? That one? All right, yeah. At fuck Palo Marz, FUCKPALOMARZ. A Z, not an S. Not Bruno Mars and Palo Marz. Okay. And that's it, dude. Palo Marz on Spotify, iTunes. My shit's not on there yet, but it will be.
It will be. All right,
and then,
for sure.
yeah, but yeah.
All right, and your first single coming the Monday after next.
Yeah, so Mondays and Mars is coming back,
So
and it's called
this will probably
Paradise.
drop. Nah, do you know any time frame?
But we haven't even dropped the one we did last week.
I know, true. So it'll drop soon. So it might be probably next week. So it's probably gonna be this upcoming
Well, if
Monday.
anything, if you're gonna drop
listening to
it,
this,
you're dropping Monday.
Not
Monday after next.
this Monday, but the one after.
We could coordinate and we could drop it at the same time
Because I also have a music video coming out too.
Damn.
For,
Oh, so it's-
for that
on Monday as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop everything on that same.
Oh, then
day.
let's do it, bro. Let's just
You wanna
coordinate.
do that? Like,
Yeah,
if it's too much, bro.
Nah,
just-
bro.
No. By then I could definitely have it done, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's like a week and a half.
Yeah, that's don't
Week,
even
2
worry about that, bro.
weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could definitely drop it on the
That'd
same
be
day.
cool, bro. We could do like a little package and shit
Hell
and
yeah.
stuff, and then I can at the end of my video I'll shout you guys out,
Yeah,
and
for
I'll
sure,
have your
for
thing on there too. Like,
thank
like
you.
yeah, I got, but
that,
it's all like,
appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
bro, but it's all like all love. We gotta help each other out. You know?
Oh yeah,
But yeah, bro.
Appreciate you.
That would be
Alright.
dope as fuck. Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming.
One
and,
love, eternal
Thanks for holding it
happiness.
down with us. These fucking
Yeah, bro,
technical
for
guys, we
sure,
love to you.
for sure.
When we level up again, we'll invite you back.
I'd be down with
Friend of
that.
the show. All right, man.
Thanks, man.
Friend of
Thank
the
you.
show,
Cool.
Palo Marz.
Damn.